welcome back to our channel. In today's UPSC Toppers Answer Copy Analysis, we are going to see All India Rank 1 UPSC 2024 Topper Shakti Dubey's answer writing. So let's go into the question which has been asked here. There are arguments that bills of national importance should be placed before the Interstate Council prior to their introduction in the Parliament. Discuss in the light of the issues that has been observed in the passage of bills in Parliament in recent times. So overall, there are two components in this question and it is a 10-marker question. We know very well for a 10-marker question, we will be given a maximum of only 2 pages to present our answer. And this topper, if you look at these 2 pages, she has effectively utilized most of the space. That is what we say, space management is very crucial whenever we are doing answer writing. Not only that, if you look at this particular question, students, overall there are only 2 components which has been asked here, and this particular question is pertaining to GS paper 2 polity segment of our syllabus. Okay, let's now go into the answer writing which All India Rank 1 Shakti Dubey has addressed creatively in this answer writing. There is a clear visible introduction and that has been written in crisp 3 lines. And the introduction is followed by the body of the answer. So in the body of the answer, starting, she is talking about the composition, and then she is entering into the crux of the answer, where in the crux of the answer, they are talking about what are the arguments which are there for the bills of national importance. So she has talked about the first component of the question in the first component of the body of the answer. Then if you look at the second major component, she is talking about the second major issue, that is why it is leading to declining of Parliament. That is what are the things which are happening in Parliament in recent times. So there is a second major component in the body of the answer. And if you look at the conclusion, it is clearly visible, and that also it has been written in 3.5 lines. Okay students, let's now go into the introduction. If you look at the introduction, the UPSC Topper All India Rank 1 has started with the corresponding article for Interstate Council, which this particular question is talking about. Whenever we are writing articles in the introduction itself, the UPSC examiner will easily award us the 1 mark for the introduction. Let's now focus into the conclusion. Hence, there is a need to reform the lawmaking process, and in this regard interstate councils can play an important role. So the conclusion also looks short and crisp and to the point. Let's now go into the body of the answer. So initially the topper has taken some points, some space to talk about the composition of interstate council. So this background is very crucial, because for this background we will be given 1 mark weightage for this particular interstate council composition. Let's now go into the main body of the answer, where this first component of the body of the answer is talking about especially what are the bills of national importance which should be placed and why it should be placed. So this particular All India Rank 1 topper is starting with PRS survey, that less than 10% of the questions are orally answered. So she is trying to narrate various points in her answer by underlining the keywords. Not only that, by quoting the recent survey, this linkaging with current affairs, this answer is adding more value. So overall, for the 5 points for the first component in the body of the answer, she will be getting 2.5 marks, and for the second component, she has written 2 clear points. For that, she will be getting another 1 mark extra. So overall, in this particular question, introduction and conclusion, she got 2 marks, and this introductory paragraph, she got another 1 mark extra. So overall 3 marks, and in the body of the answer, 2.5 plus 1, 3.5. So remaining 3 marks outside the body of the answer. So overall, in this particular question, she got 6.5 marks out of 10 marks, and I would say this is going to be one of the maximum mark which we can fetch for the 10 marker question. So what are some of the important learnings from this topper answer is that she is staying each and every line within the demand of the question. Not only that, she is trying to underline the keywords, she is quoting the articles, and she is trying to give background of whatever being asked in the question, and she is trying to narrate, link it with current affairs with proper usage of data in her answer. These are some of the important learnings which we should learn from this All India Rank 1 Shakti Dubey. If you look at her GS paper 2 marks also, she got almost 125 out of 250. And for each and every question, averagely she got around 6.5 to 7 marks. So if you look at this particular question also, she got 6.5 marks in our evaluation. So what are some of the important learnings from today's All India Rank 1 Shakti Dubey in polity answer writing is structure of the answer writing is very important with proper usage of introduction and conclusion in short and crisp 3.5 lines is important. Whenever we are writing body of the answer, it should necessarily be written in subheading come point-wise approach, and wherever possible schematic diagrams can be added. But what is important is the linkage and usage of current affairs and linking with proper quoting of data are adding more value to our answer. Students, if you are writing GS paper 2 answers, please try to incorporate these specific points in your answer to fetch maximum marks in the exam. For more updates on answer writing toppers analysis, kindly subscribe and follow our channel. Thank you, students.